The Salton Sea used to be a very popular tourist destination, but now the largest lake in California is struggling to survive. SoCal Connected correspondent Derrick joins us today. Derrick, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
So can you tell us what happened to the Salton Sea? How did it get to this point?
Well, it's been drying up. I mean, and if you're asking what is the Salton Sea in the first place, it's the sea that's been around for about 100 years. It was accidental. Farmers, developers wanted to bring more water into this area so they could feed their crops, and what ended up happening was the water burst through the canal system. They broke and essentially flooded this area pretty much nonstop for the entire 2 years until they could stop it, turn the water off. So that's how the sea came to be. But over the years, the water's been getting saltier and saltier, and the water levels have been lower, and so it's slowly disappearing.
Now, scientists are calling it an ecological time bomb. Why so?
Well, I mean, they're concerned that the habitat for the birds who use it as a migratory flyaway, that habitat will be destroyed. And if the birds have no place to go, then it could throw the entire ecosystem out of balance.
Now, what kind of health hazards does this pose for the locals and as well as for the environment?
Well, so the health hazards are a huge concern for environmentalists. This area, the Imperial Valley where the Salton Sea is, there's already respiratory problems there. There's a higher than average asthma rate, and people are concerned that as the lake continues to dry up, all of the elements that are contained in this lake bed, heavy metals and things that are contained in agricultural runoff that are fine as long as they're wet, but when they dry, they blow around, and we don't want those in our lungs because they can, cause respiratory problems and even serious illnesses like cancer. So that's a major concern.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Derrick, once again, and you can watch the full story on SoCal Connected.